welcome to a special episode of a joint episode of Double Page Spread and Nothing's On Spoiler Cast. We're gonna throw it together since we all wanted to talk about this movie. Why record a bunch of episodes? We could just do one. So tonight it's me, Daryl Taylor. We got, of course, the host of Double Page Spread, Wendy Freeman.
I like to think I'm the Angela Bassett of this episode.
You just tell us to go and kill people?
Yes.
Ooh, she was great.
He's my Henry Cavill.
She was like, go kill him. Do what I said.
She was more Amanda Waller in this than she was in that Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, she was. Go kill
That's not a knock on her.
No,
that's not a knock on her.
Yeah, they wrote her more like Amanda Waller in the books than anything else. You also got Raphael Sands from No Apologies.
Hey.
And we're going to cover, of course, the latest Mission Impossible. Fallout is the name of it. What number is this? 101?
This is 6. No, this is 6.
Or 6. 101 or 6.
I was convinced that Henry Cavill was going to be British because it's MI6.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. Well, I did know because he didn't have the accent when he described him. Remember?
I meant when he was first announced, like when I read
that. Yeah.
Also, it would have made sense because then maybe he could have had a history with Ilsa or something.
Yeah, but
I guess better that they didn't know each other.
Yeah, I think it was better that way. Was better that way because now she can join the team.
Yay!
They set it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's perfect. She can join the team, and then they can kill her off or something.
Did you guys catch that the White Widow was actually the daughter of Max from the first one?
I didn't even catch that, no.
The White Widow, who's from The Crown,
yeah,
and the brother or the daughter and the son of Max from the first one.
I totally did, because it's been so long since I've seen it that I didn't even catch that. That's another thing. I kind of want to do a complete Mission Impossible rewatch.
Oh, we both did that this weekend.
Yeah, both did that, yeah.
I think I will have to do that eventually. If I get some time, I'm gonna have to do a fuck you. I hate this job. I'm taking a day off and do a Mission Impossible. Fuck you. I'm union. I ain't gotta come in. Mission Impossible rewatch. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I got Mission Impossible 2 right now. It's always on Stars.
Oh yeah, they never stop playing that one.
And meanwhile, that's the least of them.
It's like they do that to fuck with you, right? It's like when it's a popular franchise, they'll put on the least popular movie out of the franchise. Like
actually, Part 3 is the least successful one.
No, I'm talking about least popular in terms of the fans. It. They always complain about that one. Like Tokyo.
That's the one
Drift.
that everyone hates.
Yeah, it's the Tokyo Drift of the Mission Impossible film.
They play, and also Fast and the Furious 2. Like like that one that
nobody likes
really
Fast
favorite, but they play that shit all the time.
When you want Fast 5, they give you Fast 2. You're like, oh,
yes.
what?
That's exactly what they do. That's fucking exactly what they do.
You get excited. They'd be like, TBS presents Fast and the Furious. Yay! Part 2. Aww.
Oh. Oh, well. I'll watch the first 5 minutes and then I watch something else. That's usually what
I don't even think I watched the first 5 minutes of Fast and the Furious.
Listen, I went to the movies to see that shit.
I went to the movies to see it.
I did.
I've seen every one in the theater, yeah.
Except for Tokyo Drift. That's the only one. I protested.
That's the one
I saw that one. That was playing at Dollar Theater down the street from me, and I was unemployed, so I think I saw that movie like 8 times.
Oh, my God. I've been down that road. We used to have those cheap movies. Remember those?
Yeah.
They went and hunted them out of New York. You don't have them
anymore. They used to have them all over New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had one, and then they upgraded it. And it has a bar, and of course now it's full price. So.
They hunted it. Yeah, they destroyed them. They're all gone, remodeled, and changed into something else.
But it was so great because you could see the movies that were like almost out of the theater.
That's how I saw a lot of my movies in the 80s and 90s. There were so many movies that I caught because of that deal. They would play 3 in the theater near me. Me and my friends, we would go out there and just hang out for the day because it's cheap. You pay like $5 and you get 3 movies. And they were all movies just about, they just left the theater just about. And you can sit and watch those movies, man. So many.
Well, Daryl knows this story. Like, my mom took me to see Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and it was so bad that we went to the theater across the street and we saw Top Gun. because they were out at the same time.
I didn't see that.
That's how I became a fan of Tom Cruise. I was like,
Oh,
who's that?
I didn't even know about Superman 4. I remember seeing it in the newspaper, and I was like, when the fuck they do another Superman movie? And it never got advertised, and it was gone.
Wait, that was the Richard Pryor one, right?
No, that's Superman 3. Superman 4, Wade fights Nuclear Man.
This is worse than that. This is worse than that. But yeah, I swear, this was... there's so many callbacks from this film in particular to pretty much all of them. Like, it felt like this was more like a connected tissue kind of movie. Almost felt like it was his last movie without being his last movie. Like they're taking a break.
I agree.
Yeah. But then again, we also felt that way. It felt that way about Ghost Protocol because you felt like they were like grooming Jeremy Renner.
They were grooming Jeremy Renner, and then like the script, because I just heard like a bunch of interviews. The script didn't play as well, and then when they showed the original movie to the test screening, they was like, "Well, where's Tom Cruise in this?"
Yeah, he's just not that dude. I never thought of that as that because he's just not that dude, man. He just can't pull that off.
And they tried him with Bourne. You know, I feel bad for Jeremy Renner because I feel like he's solid, but he's just not leading man.
That's the point. That's like saying, you know, like you ain't gonna be the A-list artist. You're just a solid artist. You can get it done, but you can't. You're not the one where something major happens in the book.
Yeah, you're just Hawkeye. We don't need you.
You're Hawkeye. He's great as a side guy though. He's great. Like he enhances. He's good for being a part of the cast. He really works well. He gives those moments in. Especially when he's sweating like he's going to pee on himself. Every time Ethan goes into a situation.
All these reactions of Benji in Ghost Protocol. Like, I love him so much.
He's great for those reactions. Like, he's like he's like, oh, this dude's going to kill me, man. Worrying about this guy, he's gonna kill me. But as a whole, like, he's not the guy that would be the future of the franchise.
He's not who you're going to replace Tom Cruise with.
No way.
He's not who you're going to replace Matt Damon with. It's just not going to work.
No, it's just not going to work. No, whoever takes over this franchise has to be somebody totally different, totally new. You'd have to go in a whole new direction.
You know who it should be?
Who?
Paula Patton. They should bring her back and make her leader.
I ain't mad at that.
Like more badass stunts.
Well, she's another one whose schedule prevented her because she was filming that. What's that video game movie with the orcs and stuff?
Oh yeah. I know she's mad about that.
You cannot tell me she took a video game movie over fucking...
She contracted. She was
contracted.
She didn't do nothing about it. She already signed. She didn't.
It's done by David Bowie's son. What was it called?
Warcraft. World of Warcraft. That's what it was. Warcraft was the name of the movie.
They're making a Warcraft sequel?
No.
No.
She wasn't in the last one.
At that time.
Oh, that was a mistake. Oh.
Yeah. Like, that's why a lot of people didn't want to sign up for Avatar, because it's going to take him so damn long to get it done that you miss out on a bunch of projects you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So,
and then by the time this one came out, like, they had Ilsa Faust, maybe. I don't know why she's not in this one.
I don't know.
Because I know why Renner's not in this one, because he was filming Tag and the Avengers film, so he couldn't be in this one.
He was having his CG arms, his CG arms in Tag.
Yeah, CG arms. I heard that was funny. I
love Ilsa Faust. I love her. I think she's fantastic. So now let's talk about what did we feel about the White Widow. Did you think that was like a cool twist about her?
I did, yeah.
I did. I dug her. She felt like she was somebody they were going to use again.
Yes, exactly. Because I liked it that she wasn't like they set her up like you think she's going to be this stereotypical like rich bad woman thing. But it's like no, she's actually useful. She's a role that they didn't have.
Yeah, she definitely are part. Like in any good James Bond movie, you got to have these people that you're going to come back to later on in the franchise. These characters, you got to have it. You just can't have them meet new people every movie. She definitely felt like she was going to be something where he's going to have to use her as a broker or something down the line, and I think that's the thing about Ethan, because he is the character he is, where he always wants to do the right thing, even when the government disavows him and tells him he's wrong.
How many times can someone be disavowed?
It's like, God damn, man, how many times he got to do shit for y'all to give him a shot? Like, y'all always goddamn turning on him all the time.
Part 2 is the only one where he's not disavowed.
Yeah, that's the only one.
That's where Anthony Sir Anthony Hopkins comes in, gives him the case, and then he's on his way.
Right. So it's like, but with this, it's like he goes through so much. He's so loyal that he makes people become loyal to him. They could hate him in the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Like Alec Baldwin.
He just inspires loyalty, and that's the good thing about. That's the fun thing about that character too, right? He's just a good guy in a job that you aren't supposed to be a good guy.
Right. Well, I mean, just clearly the fact that he is willing to go back for one member of his team and value that over so many people, you know. And like, I mean, you had he turned Alec Baldwin into an ally. He turned Angela into an ally.
He hated him. He was fucking with him left her. He hated Ethan. And then he had this dude. Like, not only did he want to be cool with him, he wanted to be in the field with him.
Yes, I like to get to have fun.
Yeah, he was like, fuck rules. I'm with Ethan. Fuck rules. Government sucks.
What Wendy just said about going back for one member of his team brought so much more weight to that section where Ving Rhames is talking to Ilsa. Yeah. That section got me. Like when he's saying, can you sit down? And then he's like, there was only one woman that Ethan ever really loved, and it was his wife. And then she's like, oh, he's married. He's like, no, he's not. No. And then he breaks down the whole story. Like, we're here because I messed up, and he'll do it. And like, if you're here, it's gonna like make this job harder. She's like, I'm going. That minute got to me. I was like, man, they let Ving Rhames act for a minute.
That's what I mean, and that's why Luther is like, I don't give a fuck what the government says. That's the reason. Like, after we got to that movie, the government could be like, I will kill you if you don't kill him. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. He's just that loyal. Like Benji too. Like, he's just that loyal. He didn't save Benji like a million times.
Yep.
Already, and it's like he has that. They're great together. Like, they have that chemistry where, you know, they have those moments with each other because they've saved each other actually. You know, as you go down the line, like a lot of times they're the only people he can trust.
Also, I like the fact that Benji and Ving essentially had the same role on the team.
Yeah.
But they don't step on each other's toes. They need each other.
No, they need each other, yeah. Because Ethan
especially
gets
now
in a
that
lot of
Ving is
trouble.
older.
Yeah. Ethan gets in a lot of trouble. Luther is a seasoned guy, so he can see things that Benji can't see. He's not experienced like that yet. Mm-hmm. He's just really skilled. And then when you have Rebecca Ferguson's character, man, she just fit right in.
She's amazing.
Like, she has a way of looking like, she plays off how Ethan is. Like, she has a look, you can tell she's been through so much shit. You know, she's been betrayed, she's gone through so much, and yet she does the right thing too. You know, so she,
because there's no getting out. You're not going to let you out.
Yeah, there's no.
But she always has a different, like, she's coming at everything from such a different perspective. Like, she always knows something Ethan doesn't know. I'm like, Ethan, just listen to her.
He never listens. He's like, don't do it. And he's like, I gotta do it. What? Tell me. What?
Don't make me go through you.
Also, you know, she's the only one who gets to wear a helmet. She's the only person smart to wear a helmet.
Because she's smarter. She wears a helmet because
Tom Cruise clearly has a death wish, man.
Yeah. Ethan is going to be talking like Rocky in a couple of movies. But, you know, Rebecca Ferguson is still going to know her name. Okay?
Wait, so we were saying earlier, so Henry Cavill does not have a motorcycle license, which is why he was not doing those stunts. Yeah. But does she?
No, that's why there's a helmet. That's why there's a helmet.
Yeah, she's like, I like to live. I don't know what his problem is, but she's like, I'm going to live and see my family. I don't know what Tom's trying to do.
Wants to die.
Yeah, she's trying to die. He's like, he's there. He learned to fly a helicopter just because of the movie, and then did all the stunts with the helicopter shooting around on the mountain.
So, in your theater, when that moment happened where he really hurt himself, did everybody make a noise?
Yes.
Yes, you could like feel my theater recoil.
Did you notice that they stayed on it for him to get up and limp away?
Yeah.
He did that to the ankle. It's like usually they tell you to cut.
No, he said we need this shot because
he
he's
said
the producer.
We need the shot. Right.
Right. Gotta keep rolling.
So he was like, fuck that. You're going to see me get, like, we've all done that to our ankles before, right? We've all had broken ankles, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that pain, I know, we know that feeling of pain. Now imagine you being able to get up. Usually you just can't even get up after you do that. He got up to limp away just for a shot. Okay,
he is the Jackie Chan. He is the modern Jackie Chan.
I don't know. Pretty much. Jackie wanted to live though. I don't think he does.
Well, Jackie was
still doing stunts. Yeah.
Yeah. He still does stunts, actually. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is also the first movie where I felt like Tom Cruise, where they let Ethan be exhausted.
Oh, yeah. Man. Yeah, you saw some age on him. You saw some of it.
Well, there's the whole Julia thing that was making him tired. He was weary at the beginning with the whole Julia thing.
Yeah.
Which I loved, man.
A little bit of PTSD in it, when he was waking up with the dreams. A little, because this guy, like the stuff he's been through, you gotta have some damage on you, right? You got to. That's how Rebecca Ferguson is so good too, because you could tell, when she first came into the movie, she has a lot of psychological damage from this business. Also, she doesn't show it. She shows it in a different way.
She has a sexy world weariness to her.
Yes, that is exactly the perfect way to put it. Yeah, she does. She does. And you wanna look out for her. Like you wanna trust her. You wanna look out for her, which is probably why she's a good agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you do that. That's perfect.
Also, I noticed, I was like, they didn't give her any sexy dresses in this movie, but then apparently she was 7 months pregnant.
Yeah, she was 7 months pregnant, yeah.
Can't be doing that. That's another thing, being 7 months pregnant and be able to do what she did anyway.
Because I was like, she's wearing a very practical suit to this fancy rape party.
Yeah. It was very practical. Because you think they want to throw her in at the party having some sexy gown on and whatnot? Yeah.
I know. They always have a sexy, last one, that gorgeous yellow gown. Like, I am here for the dress porn. I'm buying dress porn.
Well, that's why the White Widow is dressed like that.
Yeah.
We needed to get the dress porn.
Yeah.
That White Widow was crazy. She got the crazy eye. That's what I liked about her. She did, right? She had the crazy eye.
She was going to make me watch The Crown. I'm like, she's on The Crown.
I almost, but I couldn't press that button. I
couldn't do it. I couldn't either.
I couldn't do it. I look at pictures.
I didn't watch... I just am not into the British show.
I'm not Downtown Abbey guy.
I was no Downton Abbey person. I'm not going to watch The Crown.
I can't do it. I almost shot myself when they had the wedding. If I saw it on one more TV in public.
It was a wedding, I didn't know it was going on.
It was everywhere. It was at the gym. It was on all the channels. It was, oh my God.
But when she was like giving her the nigga look, like the queen.
All that was the only thing that I cared about. It was like, let this sister live, because I think they were going to kill her. I was like, oh, they didn't want her there.
This is Diana, they're going to get her. No.
They don't want her there, boy.
Get her.
I was like, he almost yelled, get her.
That's going to be Mission Impossible 7, a plot to make sure the queen is in.
They should.
MI6 has information that they want to kill Michelle.
That'd be a good one. That'd be some realistic shit right there, boy. But yeah, the way they came about the plot, like it tricked me when they had the 3 religious places, holy lands blown up. I thought it really happened.
Right. They did a good job of that. Yeah.
I thought Fallout, because I didn't read much on the movie because I just didn't want to be spoiled. But I thought Fallout was it happens and then they all blame Ethan for it, and then he has to kind of make up for it.
Man, that'd be too dark.
It's like, dark, right? That'd be really dark.
Like, all of a sudden, it's like the day after combined with Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Like, too dark. I was very relieved that was not.
So when it didn't happen, I was like, oh, shit, they fooled me, too.
Think about it. Like, you'd have maybe a third of the population left.
And you hit those religious, you hit all 3 of those religions. I mean, that's going to cause some.
That was the plan.
Yeah. That would cause a massive.
Solomon Lane is Moriarty, man.
Yo,
he's Moriarty to Ethan Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
That motherfucker. Every time he says Ethan's name, it's like, I fucking hate you. You can hear the hate.
That guy is such a great.
The hate. Yeah, he's good.
Sean Harris is a good actor. Yeah, he's a really good actor.
Yeah,
he's great, and good actors can do villain, boy. They can do the villain stuff really well.
But I love how each movie they had to keep coming up with a new name. Like this is like what the Acolytes or something.
Yeah. Now it's the Acolytes because you broke that up. We had to switch it over and now go for hire, and then come back together again. It's like
we had the Syndicate, and that was Subdivision Syndicate.
I love how they explain everything and just that they have a way of excuse to kind of explain the previous plot really quick.
Right, the exposition is done well. It's like somebody just like preaching to you about blah 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 blah. It's like they really you're so wrapped up in it that you don't even notice you're being spoken to about it.
They're basically telling you if you forgot, it's been a while. If you forgot, this is why this dude hates him that much. Blah 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 blah. So it was a good rundown. And this movie never stops. Like there's never a quiet moment. Because I had to pee. I drank too much soda, and I was dying.
The fact that
you wanted to go get a piss.
I almost pissed in the cup. Huh?
You had that Halo jump, like, right away, and then you had the big bathroom fight, like, right away.
Yeah, all of it's just, like, back to back. And then to see lightning, because I watched it on IMAX. How did you guys watch it?
I watched it on IMAX.
Yeah, I didn't see. I saw it regularly.
To see the lightning hit like that.
And the sound.
Oh, damn. I mean, that was crazy. Because you didn't expect that to happen.
I did not. I was like, what?
That's the thing with this, too, is that they go the extra mile when it comes to action and scenes. Like, they throw things in that go wrong in places you never expect. They really put it up there where it's like, yo, James Bond, you gotta step your fucking game up for the next movie. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but you gotta step it up.
And that's what they've been saying past
few movies.
They're doing one more with that guy. They want to do one more with him because the other one wasn't good. It wasn't a good one. Spectre wasn't good, and they were disappointed by what they did in Spectre. That they want to do one more with him before they changed until the.
Because Spectre felt like his farewell, especially if you remember the end of Spectre, where he comes back for the car.
Yeah,
he leaves with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they weren't happy with the overall story of it, so they want to do one more with him.
Okay.
And you know how he plays that game. Nah, I can't do it no more. And then they keep putting money in it, another number in there, number, and then he goes, okay, I could do it. So they want to get him one more, and then he's out. So what else? What else because there's so much shit that went on in this movie.
Oh gosh, yeah, but yeah, I couldn't believe like how much they fit in, even in just the first half hour. They were just banging out like.
Yeah.
It's another scene where like I cringed so much was like when he landed on the ceiling of that building.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So many moments, and I swear, like whenever I rewatch these movies, even though I've seen it 100 times, I still find myself thinking like, be careful.
I have to say this for the audience, me and the audience. There were times we were all so like tense. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you know he's not gonna die, but it's just that they did it so well that we were all so tense throughout the movie. I think if I took my pressure, it probably would have been super high watching this movie because I was just. It really was fucking crazy. I felt I wasn't breathing. There were scenes where I felt like I wasn't even breathing because I was so into what was going to happen. Even with the police officer, right? When
that was so amazing.
And you feel so bad, and they cast it well enough for, even though she doesn't even speak English, they cast it well enough that in her eyes
you could see the fear.
You could see that fear, and she's new, she's young, and you feel bad. Like if they had murdered her, you really would have. And it would have been, and it probably would have been in it would have been in Ethan's right mind to do it because it's one life against, the amount of people that would have been killed if they had detonated those.
Let's say they would have murdered her. That would have been far more effective than the previous scene where they're just slaughtering all the cops.
Yeah.
Just like murdering that one cop would have gotten
murdering that one cop. Yeah, just murdering that one life, taking that one life, which goes again with what they said earlier with Ethan putting one life. He can't make a choice when it's one life against a million. He wants to save everybody. That's the choice he makes. His choice is I can save it. I can fix it.
And that's how Angela Bassett got one over at the end.
Oh my God! When she said that line, I almost felt I got a little teary because that's him. He never rests. Like he's always looking out. And Julia says that to him. Like I feel better when I know because I know you're out there, because you do care.
I love that closure with Julie. I thought that was great closure.
I loved it too, man. I loved it too, because he really never gave, like when he kept saying sorry. I remember, Raph, when you mentioned it to me, because it stayed with me. When he kept saying, I'm so sorry, he felt like he destroyed her life.
Now, did you guys figure out that's where Julia was going to be as soon as they was going there? Because I was like, that's got to be where Julia is.
As soon as they said that there was, when they said, why is this medical...
What's so special about this place?
Right, and the first thing I thought was, okay, because he's the only one, Solomon's the only one that knows about her.
Yeah. You know,
of course he'd want her there.
Am I the only one who's disappointed that she didn't get married to that large black gentleman that she was...
Oh, right.
I wanted her to marry a big black dude. That's why I wanted her to marry that dude. She
married Ethan Light. He looked a little
Wes Bentley is exactly Tom Cruise Light. Wes Bentley.
Yeah. She went Ethan Light. You know she's like, I'm gonna call you Ethan, but don't say nothing. It's just a joke. It's a joke, baby.
Wes Bentley is Tom Cruise Light.
A role he got like when you get cast in a Mission Impossible movie, you're Wes Bentley, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get an awesome action thing. It's like, oh no, you're gonna be the husband who says five things.
You're gonna be Ethan Light, because he looked at Ethan too like, oh, that's the dude you really loved.
Really?
Exactly
yeah, really, he was the cuckold here. Like
that's the dude you really love. Oh, we gonna play that game? Y'all were just friends? All right, I'm not even gonna argue with you because I'm just glad to have you. That's basically exactly what he had. He was like, I'm just glad to have you, so I'm gonna let that fly. I'm not even gonna call you out on the lie, because I don't want him to take my girl.
That moment, like where he's there, and then she's like, Ethan, and he goes, Julie, and then like the whole like crew, and then Ilsa sees her, like, that's her.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
I need to know what was whispered in her ear. He likes it in the back place.
He can never really love you, but just get it while you can. I don't know.
he takes it in the back. That's what.
Don't worry about it. Let it go. And the other thing, it was also funny too, when the White Widow, when she goes through a fight with him, she looks at Tom Cruise like, she's just this emotional look, like she would
fuck you.
Yeah.
And that goes back to, if you remember Mission Impossible 1, when he's with Max and she takes up, and they take off that hood, and she's like, my God, dear boy, who are you?
Yeah.
Because that's really young, pretty Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And that goes back to her being Max's daughter. Max must have told her, like, I was taken down by this handsome Asian. And then she's like, that's the handsome Asian. I'm going to do it, Mommy. Could it?
So then, how old would her character have to have been? Proverbially, like 12 years old or something in the first Mission Impossible?
Well, the first Mission Impossible was 22 years ago, so I'm gonna look up her age. I don't know her age.
I'm gonna speculate then that she must have been like 6 or 7 or something, hypothetically, when that movie happened.
I would think so. No older than 10.
Yeah.
No older than 10.
Then you'd think she'd really have a grudge against Ethan.
Not when he's that hot.
I don't know. I think she looked at him. I don't know. It was like she kind of liked that
she
danger.
Wanted to do him.
She
wanted to do him. That's why she forced the kiss.
She had that danger. Like, she likes it. She likes that danger. Not to say she wouldn't kill him later.
Oh, she's gonna kill him. Yeah, of course.
But that's why she's named the White Widow, right?
Yeah.
Because I'd fuck him and then I'd kill him, right? That'd be the case. But yeah, you could tell she was like, I'm gonna fuck this dude. Like, she started stabbing folks, and like it was a moment, man. It was an effing moment.
And she actually looks a lot like young Vanessa Redgrave.
Yeah, she does. She really does.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing also, like, her and Rebecca Ferguson, like, they both had these very sort of classic movie star faces.
Very much so.
Like Rebecca Ferguson straight up has like an Ingrid Bergman face, and
she does.
Like, she has those freckles to her. Like, she is otherworldly beautiful.
And it goes to that romanticizing kind of story where she could be like, she'd probably love Ethan to her dying days. If they never get together, she'd probably still be in love with him,
That actress is 30 years old, Vanessa Kirby, so she would have been 8 years old when the first Mission Impossible.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, there is that kind of love with it where, there's always that sense of we could never get together or it might never work. But but it's
that's
still
why when
there.
you hear her voice when she says, "Oh, he's married,"
yeah,
like, oh, not anymore.
They make me swoony. They make me all swoony. I love them.
Yeah, they do go for that though, right? They do go for the old, that old romantic kind of thing where you never get over that love, right? Those movies, they stay that way for the rest of their lives. So you get that feeling from her, like it doesn't matter. She could die tomorrow, but she'd still feel that way about him.
Yes.
And so it kind of makes it even. It kind of adds to it also because he's just like. He won't ever say he loves her, right? He won't ever say it because he did that one time before, and see what happened with Julia. The one time he, really, really opened himself up like that, and he ruined her entire life. So he'll never do that. He'll never do it. But he's so damn protective.
But meanwhile, he gave her the greatest life ever.
Meanwhile, he gave her the greatest life ever. That's right. And she found a dude that looked enough like him that she can deal with it.
Tom Cruise like Wes Bentley. That should be.
He won't die. Like he'll never do anything to get killed. So she won't have to worry about that at night. But
that should be on his IMDb. Wes Bentley, Tom Cruise like.
It's there.
At least they'll die together of smallpox in a remote town in India.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only because she told him to do it.
Yes. He followed her lead.
He told her to do it.
So how long do you think it takes to climb up the side of a mountain cliff?
20 to 30 minutes. For me, it'd be 40. Maybe
take me a year to
I'm just adding time because I wouldn't.
It would take me a year to climb up a mountain, man. I ain't climbing.
It would take me to the time. It would take the time that the helicopter would have to come and latch onto my fat ass and carry me.
Yes.
That's how long it would take for me to get up to the mountain.
I love the constant callbacks to the fact that he is a good rock climber. I like that.
Yes.
That's from Mission Impossible too.
That is a callback. Yeah.
That's the best gift Mission Impossible 2 gave us.
Oh my goodness. I like that he never Tom Cruise. I think this goes to Tom Cruise though. He never freaking gives up, right?
Yeah.
No matter what the situation, whatever happens, he never gives up. So when he, it gets worse and worse. Like, every time the situation, how are you going to get the detonator? He's like, I'll
figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I will figure it out. And Luther just has that. He's known him longer, so he just has that thing of, I know my man's going to do this. I just know.
That's exactly what he said.
I just know. I got faith. He's going to do it. It's going to be fine. This is all going to be good. And it was such a strong moment, especially when Ving Rhames tells Julia to go be with her fake Ethan.
Yeah.
And he almost has like a tear, like this could, because remember they knew each other too, like they hung out and they were friends
from
also.
Part 3, yeah.
From Part 3. So when he says it to her, like she was gonna stay with him, like fuck fake Ethan. I'll stay.
that right there, Daryl, you said it right. Fuck fake Ethan. That tells you who she really loves.
She loved him. Those two. Luther was her boy, and Ethan is her love, right? So she was like, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here and see if we die. He had to remind her, hey, you married a fake Ethan, you got to go with him. You got to go back.
You see that look in Wes Bentley's face?
Yes.
Like when he runs off to go help him? He's like, I know.
Yes.
That poor guy.
He knew not to call her.
Alone.
He knew not to call her. Because you know what this is. You know you stay in your lane. If you want this, stay in your lane. You know what you're gonna do.
You shitty dead
You know
dog.
what I said.
You better not call me, you know.
Better not call me. Don't make me tell you whether I love you for real or not. Stay in your lane. I caught all them looks. He knew. I'm going to stay in this lane and try to ride this out. Hopefully she'll stay with me.
That is so hurtful, I know.
But true. You can't match this. This dude fought an army for her. You can never match that.
He got her back from Owen David. Rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
You will never match that. There's nothing you can do. You could buy her, I don't care what you buy her, earrings, whatever. You can take her anywhere. You're never going to match Ethan what he did for her. Never.
And I love the way they were able to tie in Cavill with her too.
Yes, the Guardian Angel.
Like as soon as she said Guardian, you're like, oh. Yeah.
And that's why he knew it. He was like, holy shit.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, Julie.
He's like, I'm so sorry. Oh man, it was so good, man. The things they did with that helicopter though. Like when you think you've seen all the action films you can watch, right? To see it keep falling, like the whole thing of it coming down. After the whole thing, when they go into the snow and then it goes into the crevice and then it slides down again.
Oh.
When Cavill says, "Why won't you just die?"
Why won't you just?
Now, didn't somebody else say that to him in a previous movie?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think someone else did that too.
But yeah, like every single thing. First of all, what the hell is he thinking? Like I mean, it's like you have to get this tiny screw thing out of the detonator. Like, I'm just gonna hop in this chopper. I'm just gonna get him. Also, is 15 minutes really long enough to get far enough away from?
It is in Mission Impossible world.
Don't think about it. That's like that. That's like the Fast and the Furious 6 where they're on that forever air rail. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't think about that too long. Time slows down when you're in their universe.
I'm so worried. I was legitimately so worried.
Yeah, I know, right? And they had no contact with him. There was no way they could know.
So trusting.
Man.
That's why Luther was like, "My man's got it.
My man's got it. You just do it." He told Benji, "Shut up.
You ain't been here since part 1. You only been here since part 3."
To be talking. When he was like, "Julia, she shouldn't be. Shut up.
Shut up.
And Benji do his role.
Know your role.
Quiet. You ain't been here that long. Be quiet.
I've been here since part 1, son.
1 second.
When the new guy come in, you can tell him to shut up when he says something. That's how it goes. You go down the line.
Shut up. You can't tell me to shut up.
Right. That's how it goes.
Tell Rebecca Ferguson to shut up.
Well, that ain't. Listen, she saved your ass twice.
Yeah. Oh hell no. You're
never.
That was such a great fight scene between her and Solomon Lane towards the end. Like when they had the dueling fight scenes of Tom versus Henry Cavill and her versus Solomon Lane.
Oh,
that was great. And Benji hanging.
I like how she had to do an Ethan moment. Her and Ethan have similar moments where they get put in a position where it's either save somebody or you got to juggle. And she had to kill that dude quick as she could. Huh?
Once again, I didn't know she was pregnant when I was watching it. I was like, why isn't she busting out all of her BJJ moves? Like, she did so much Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stuff in the last one.
Yeah, I know. Couldn't do it.
I guess she can't be jumping on somebody's neck and dragging.
I know. Now, I hope for the next one, she gets to even do a little bit more.
Yeah.
There is going to be a next one. Like, it just dominated the box office this week.
Yeah, it's no way it's not going to be another.
They're
just waiting for him to heal.
I hope it crushes that The Spy Who Dumped Me. I hope it crushes that movie.
What's The Spy Who Dumped Me?
Which one is that?
That's the one. That's the comedy that's coming out this week with.
There's no way that movie's gonna do. It might. If anything, it might make its money back. Maybe that's a maybe because there's nothing else out right now.
Yeah. That movie just looks so awful to me. Like I'd much rather see
the SNL crowd might go see it. Like you might get some of the SNL crowd and whatnot to go, and then the Bad Mom crowd they might go see that maybe.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those kind of movies. It's date night if your girl want to go.
You're gonna get those Jennifer Aniston people that don't like Justin Theroux because they broke up or something.
There you go. You get some of that. Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
I approve of him breaking up with her.
So there's nothing. I mean, if anything, like I said, that movie. It'll. If anything, it'll make some of its money back. But I mean, it'll make its money back because it wasn't expensive. It's not really expensive.
No, Mila Kunis movies aren't expensive.
No, that's how they do well.
He's this generation's Katherine Heigl.
That's right.
That's
Keep
true.
Them cheap. She better not fuck up my suits, man.
She is gonna fuck up your suits.
Don't get my suits canceled, please.
I hate her when I'm watching.
I hate her too. Don't get my suits canceled.
Suits has been on for like 10 years.
I still want it. It's comfort TV for me. Don't get my suits.
It's your Elementary.
Yes.
It's me and Wendy's Elementary.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I know exactly what people feel like when they say it's comfort. It's your comfort TV show. Yes.
Elementary works so much better in the summertime. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why Suits. They do it. They break up Suits. They do it partly in the summer and partly for that winter break when all the shows are pretty much over until they come back in January. That's how they do it. That's why they keep.
What they doing is spinoff. With
they're supposed to be with Gina Torres. So I hope they do it.
It's about time Gina Torres has her own show. Come on.
Didn't she have a show before?
She's never led a show.
Not as the lead though.
No, because she's always been like bit parts on Angel.
Part of an ensemble or a bit part.
Like she was a Russian spy on Alias, and she was bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a killer, man.
She was Russian.
A fucking killer. Yeah. Well, they got you to play. It didn't matter. They wanted regular people that looked like Americans, and they would train them to be Americans.
So the show is called Second City, and it premieres in 2019. The Gina Torres.
Yeah. Probably after The Curse of Heigl kills this show, then they'll be ready to start that.
The Curse of Heigl.
It is. She has to kiss the curse.
I tell you, one case Ethan Hunt can't crack is trying to make Katherine Heigl a movie star again.
You can't.
I just can't figure it out.
The minute she's on that Mission Impossible, that's when that show stops. That's when he dies.
That's when he dies. Even I could imagine Katherine Heigl.
That's when the stunt goes wrong and he dies because of her curse. Yeah. That's just the way it is. Keep her away. Just keep her away. I don't know why they keep hiring her, damn it. That curse must be stopped. Huh?
Especially since she seems like she's such a kiss of death because she talks shit about her directors, Like, nobody wants that.
She don't act right. Like, she shits on her own show. She messed up her own money. Like, when you that bad... Mm-hmm. When you mess up your own money?
What Wendy's talking about is the Baby movie with Seth Rogen.
Right, Knocked Up. But I mean,
Oh, no. You can add other shows to it. She's done this other movies and shows.
Yeah, she shit on Grey's Anatomy. She shit on Knocked Up. Like she needs to keep her mouth shut.
There was another couple movies she did it to, too, but they sucked, though, for real. So it didn't matter. But the point is, you don't shit on it. You don't shit on your own shit.
Well, that's why she can't return to Grey's Anatomy.
That's why she can't return to no franchises.
That's why she wasn't in This Is 40. That's right.
Yeah, because she's unlikable. you do shit.
This Is 40 is a knocked up sequel, and they have Seth Rogen, but she's not there.
Yeah, she's out. There's no way they would ever. He said it. As long as they got a franchise, she will never be back on anything they do.
Yeah, and once Judd Apatow, once you're in that clique, you're there for life.
Yeah.
Like, he'll use you over and over, so she really shit on herself.
Well, what's more for life, the Judd Apatow clique or the Adam Sandler clique? Because I see a fucking David Spade movie on my Netflix, and I know it has to be something from fucking Adam Sandler.
Oh, my God.
I never vomited as fast as I did when I saw Netflix say you should watch Like Father. I'm like, what's Like Father? It's a David Spade film.
It suggested to me too. I was like, why are you suggesting this shit to me? First of all, I've never watched a David Spade movie on my Netflix, so why are you trying to tell me to watch this goddamn thing?
Don't you want to watch Father of the Year with David Spade and Joey Bragg?
It's like how many Adam Sandler movies do I have to hit the Xbox to?
Well, don't they have like before a 10-picture deal with him? Don't they have
successful? Yeah, super successful.
And yet, that those are some of the most popular movies they've ever had. It was the most popular movies.
Yeah, and they're poor, piss cheap. They keep them as cheap as possible to make. They're nothing. There's no movie. There's nothing to those movies.
That's another person that could kill a Mission Impossible franchise. You put David Spade in there, I'm out.
Oh my God, he'd kill it. He'd destroy it. He would fall off. Ethan would fall off the mountain, and that'd be the end of the movie.
And then you add Rob Schneider, and you really done.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Queen is rolling in his grave as I'm making a comedy version of the Dirty Dozen.
Oh, that upsets me. The idea of that just makes my heart.
Just the idea, because they'd probably do it if they think about it. They just have to think about it.
They did the Magnificent Six with
that was it. Yeah, really. Ooh, just having that pop up.
There's maybe a Dirty Dozen with like Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, Kevin. What's his name? Kevin, the fat guy that had the show.
Yeah, Paul.
Kevin from King of Queens. That guy's name?
Kevin James. Kevin James.
Kevin James, right.
Oh, the guy, he pops up in every Netflix movie too. Like, what was that awful spy?
He got the same deal. He's got the same cheap deal.
I hate spy comedies. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I hate spy comedies. The only thing
I
found bearable was Statham, like all the jokes with Statham and that Melissa McCarthy movie. Like, it.
It's like, man, I don't know why. It's all the same story. I don't know why they keep trying to do this thing.
The White Widow is supposed to be in that Hobbs, the Hobbs Statham spinoff.
Ooh.
Oh, she trying to get paid again.
Good. I have proof of this.
Yeah,
she's about trying to get paid again. Juan and John Wick.
You know, I think I hate spy comedies because when you watch spy film, you already know that it's ridiculous. Like, we're already invested. Right. We're already invested in accepting that these things are unbelievable. We just trust in it. You don't need to try to point it out to me and say, ha, isn't this funny? You know? It's like,
exactly. We already get it. We already get it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've heard Daryl and Jim say a million times the reason the Americas isn't popular because people like me don't think that's spies. We want Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Americas is too realistic.
Yes, I love Americans, and I love Condor, which is the 3 Days of the Condor show that's on Audience Network right now. Like, that's really good too, because I like those sort of Taylor Soldier spy.
Is it 3 Days of the Condor show?
Yeah. It's got Brendan Fraser is like the bad guy, and it's pretty good. It's I forget who.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Have you heard of that now?
Yeah, it's called Condor.
I heard a little bit of it, but I didn't look anymore.
What network is it on?
It's on the Audience Network.
Oh, that's why.
Because the Audience Network also had that show Kingdom. That was the MMA show with.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't. That's the.
I don't have
see it.
Yeah, so I acquire these episodes. So.
Yeah, it made me mad. Well, you know what? We do have Q on the network that can make things happen.
I know exactly.
You know exactly.
I know who you are. I am looking this up right now.
If it's available, we can partake of this. Yeah.
Mirror
I hate that they don't make this available. Like, it's. Yeah.
William Hurt is on this show?
It's William Hurt's son who's the main star.
Max Irons? That's William Hurt's son?
No, Jeremy Irons' son. It was somebody, one of those British. Don't
be besmirching Jeremy Irons. You know my love of Jeremy Irons.
Right,
you know what? We're not going to talk about Lolita.
Who's the main star?
We're not going to go there.
Damn it.
No.
All right, so let's say, so what is your favorite sequence in any of the Mission Impossible movies?
Oh, man.
Oh. It's still the first one. From the first one. That, you know when he's coming down on the computer on that thing?
To get the knock.
Yeah, that's iconic.
To get the knock.
Everybody's trying to duplicate that still to this day.
It's still that.
I'm going to say my favorite is the prison break at the beginning of Ghost Protocol. I love that sequence.
Oh, with the...
I like the water, though. Yeah, that's a good one. I like when he went underwater to get the...
oh, yeah.
Because that's so fucking difficult. Like, how the hell do you even get that shit that's underwater?
And I love it whenever they present these things like, oh, by the way, you can't use an oxygen tank and you can't do that, you know?
Yeah, it's like, motherfucker.
And then in that scene, Benji's like, oh, you can do that. It's only 3 minutes. You
got that.
It's like in this movie, he was like, I'm jumping out a window. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's like, yeah, what is taking you so long? Why are you...
It's like we're so trusting. His team is so trusting, like, Ethan really can do anything. Ethan really can't do anything. Like, whenever there's that moment of humanity, it brings everything, you know?
And that goes back to Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise is actually training all that crap.
Mm-hmm. He's actually doing it. He's actually doing that shit. You root for him. That's the thing. Like, you root for him. Even, remember the woman that when he was got to check out the window, she gave him that look like, you could do it.
Yeah,
you could do it.
I know you could do it.
She didn't even know him. Like, you got this. She's like, you want my chair? I got you, baby.
You got this. We are rooting for you.
People who don't know him are rooting for him.
They're rooting for him because he does have that. He does have that look of you. You don't think he's an asshole. He doesn't have that asshole look to him. He really does it. He really does it.
It's just like, yeah, you can just climb up 120 stories and hang out at this hotel.
Yeah, come on, jump.
You could he's saying in an interview, like, you know, people just like forget the fact that I'm actually climbing that damn rope on that helicopter. Mm-hmm. People don't know how hard it is to climb a fucking rope.
First of all, anybody who took gym class knows how hard it is to climb a rope.
Yeah, that's fucking
because when he's climbing up and it's slow, and I'm thinking to myself, oh God, that's how terrible it is to climb up that goddamn rope. I remember. That is how horrible it is.
I was so worried. Like, I was so upset when he fell.
Oh my God.
I can't climb no rope now. I'm like fucking 100 pounds heavier than I was in fucking high school.
Climbing that goddamn rope.
I was like a buckhead in high school, man.
That was hateful. That was hateful when they made us do that shit.
Oh, I hated that.
I always find myself thinking about how much upper body strength he must have. Like, to hang on to the bottom of that elevator.
You have to have so much upper body strength.
And then to hang on to that helicopter and be able to swing his legs up. Like, it's like American Ninja Warrior, but, like, worse somehow.
Well, I think the first time he falls, when he couldn't get the hand, I think that's actually what happened. He couldn't get his legs up the first time. And so it looks so real, right? When he's trying to get the leg, because that shit is difficult as hell. It ain't all that flipping around. He ain't no super soldier.
You know what we need? We need a new Gymkata type movie that stars one of those people.
We just talked about this. We just talked about this. No apologies there.
Take that little blonde, that little blonde girl who's always on American Ninja Warrior and always completes the course.
Yeah.
Make her like a star of an action movie. Put that girl in something.
Because it is crazy when you look at, like, for example, when you look at Civil War, the beginning when Black Widow is fighting all them dudes, and then it goes back and she's just chilling. The hair is fine and everything is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you can't do that.
But that's a comic.
Like, you watch this, like, you watch how they did it, because they don't do the cutaway and then you don't see how tired they really are. Like, you'd be exhausted doing that shit for real.
Ilsa Faust is the real Black Widow.
Ilsa Faust is the Black movie that we need.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Sparrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not that.
No. Red Sparrow.
No, don't do that.
Was it?
But yeah, Black Red. Just put the good scenes on Pornhub like they did, and that's all you need for Red Sparrow.
You know Hassan, right?
Yeah.
Hassan was messaging me yesterday. He's like, I want Rebecca Ferguson as Catwoman. I was like, that's actually good.
Yeah, he messaged me too with that. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. I totally could. Yeah. She could play the hell out of that role. I think she could.
Yes, exactly. She's slinky. She's classy. Everything.
She can definitely do it. I would love that. I would love that.
She's the only good thing about the Snowman, I tell you.
You know what? I haven't seen it yet, but I keep saying I'm gonna. But I just
you don't need to do that. Don't do that to your life.
No, not like that. That bad?
I'm wondering how are they gonna have Val Kilmer in fucking Top Gun, because if you see him in the Snowman, I don't know what he looks like now, but he looked really bad in the Snowman.
Well, he's like bloody and jowly, and yeah.
Well, maybe that'll be part of it. Is that he got old? So maybe that'll be part of the story. You'd think you'd be smart enough to get it. Like you gotta include in the story. He aged. He ain't the one that aged well. Put it that way.
So, are you guys ready for a stat that will blow your mind? Because they said this on ESPN yesterday.
All right.
Tom Cruise is 5 years older than Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's so.
And he'll never get older, and he'll never die.
Tom Cruise right now is 55. Wilford Brimley was fucking 51.
Oh my God, yo. I'm Wilford Brimley right now at 40. 44. I'm him in 46.
That shit blew my mind when they said that on ESPN yesterday. I was like, that can't be right.
I'm with a cane wanting to get into the water.
The other day, I know I posted about this the other day, I had so this past week I've had 2 head injuries.
Yeah.
So I'm having some bad times. So like I went over to a friend's house, so my friend is a pit bull, and I bent down to pick something up as dog ran at me and headbutted me and cut me along the eyebrow, and so I was bleeding.
My God.
Bleeding. And so that was terrible.
Oh, you had a boxing hit. That's a boxing injury right
Yeah, exactly, because it was a small cut, but it just wouldn't stop bleeding.
But that's the thing that makes them bleed, right? That's the thing where they have to seal the cut.
So then 3 days later, I am sparring. I'm doing light touch sparring in MMA. And a dude fucking literally lets me have it with a giant axe kick to the back of the head.
How did he give you an axe kick?
What, he thought he was in a movie for real?
I know.
Was he auditioning for Jim Carter?
All I can think of is like, what position was I in? How low was my head? How high was his leg? Like, I cannot recreate how this could have happened, but it happened. And why was he going for that kick? And how did it land? But I still have a lump on the back of my head. I still have a big knot.
Yeah, because you're human.
Can't even ask him. What is he doing?
Especially in just casual sparring, loose, light touch sparring. What the fuck were you doing?
That's why an accidental bat to the hitting him in the back of the head should have happened later. So I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, so luckily I've been able to, like, every bad choice I make this past week, I've been saying, well, I just had a head injury. So
yeah,
I'm trying to
gotta blame it on.
Justify.
Oh, this network is falling apart. I got a bad knee. I got high blood pressure. I got to fight diabetes. Jim is he came back from almost death with his heart at one time. He's good now, but he had to do that.
Broke his collar.
Donnie has a hernia. He just got a hernia yesterday. He found out he has a hernia.
Oh,
we're all falling apart, man.
And then I'm going to LA tomorrow, and one of the things I'm doing is I'm going to this 8-hour MMA seminar, and 2 hours of it is active shooter training.
Oh wow.
So I don't know what I'm going to learn, but apparently, if a shooter ever attacks the Taylor Network,
you got it.
I have to Tom Cruise this.
That's right. Listen, we got you. We want you to get the shooting training in. We need that now. We need it. God damn it. Because we're falling apart. The rest of us falling apart. We need you to keep it going.
Oh,
Jesus.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's just the sound we're all getting old.
Yeah, I just want to sit in my little motor chair and just ride around in circles on my patio.
Meanwhile, Raph, you probably got like one of those motorized things that goes up your stairs.
No, my eyes are going. I was telling Daryl.
He's going blind. He's getting old. He's gonna wear glasses.
It was really depressing me. Like I'm struggling like reading small print.
I love it that's when you really know you're getting old, when you're looking at something you get something you have to read it, like when I had to read a bottle, one of the directions on one of those bottles, and I couldn't, and I had to squint really hard, and then I had to get my phone and take a picture of it so I could enlarge it. Yeah, that's called kill yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
You can't even do that. You can't even read the thing. Yeah, okay.
Like, God damn, what is this? Like, I thought it was a loft. It was a pizza place. I'm like,
See, those are the people you thought, why did they do these things? And you realize, because they were old and they couldn't see.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going on.
I'll be like the people in Florida driving 2 miles per hour because I can't see anymore.
But start watching Turner classics and start appreciating older stuff now.
I already do. I love my old man stuff. Because I know what my future is.
I'm going to start watching a bunch of Steve McQueen films now.
That's right. Oh. Listen, you want a list of old man movies to watch? Let me know.
Yeah, exactly. Carol and I are the kings of movies here.
We love old people movies. We love old people movies.
Yeah, retro. I know I'm old because I look at the stuff you cover on Retro Movie Geek. I'm like, that's not old enough. That's not retro.
Oh, listen, there's old stuff down the pipe. I'd be like, let's cover that because I just watched it.
That shit is depressing.
That's old.
When a movie that you watched as a kid turned 30. Boomerang, Coming to America this week turns 30. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, man. There's movies I've watched that have turned 50.
Mm-hmm.
That I've watched as a kid because I watched things I wasn't supposed to watch.
You're old when you're watching Pretty Woman and you see the guy that was like one of the twins in fucking Trading Places. You're like, is he playing the same character from Coming into America?
What's worse is they're doing a Pretty Woman musical. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that's playing in Chicago already. That's here already.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, because in real life you're going to get a hooker that looks like fucking
Julia Roberts.
That was my thought. Like, nobody's marrying prostitutes.
No.
Why are you even putting that up there?
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I'm not even trying to be funny. You'd be surprised.
Shall we wrap it up?
Sure, when you're gonna have sex with a prostitute.
Yeah. I mean, you
better wrap it up if you're gonna have sex with a prostitute.
Like, I got some dudes who are calling me over. I hope they might marry me and buy me a
and buy you expensive stuff and save you from debt.
Yes, yeah. I'll say, look, I want that yellow dress, like Ilsa.
Yeah. Just point out what you want. They'll just get it for you.
Oh, right. Start laughing like Julia Roberts.
Yeah. You start laughing like. And they'll all respect you, though. They will all respect you, though.
Well, that's because I'm a hooker with a heart of gold.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. So you can hit us up on nothingzonepodcast@gmail.com. Wendy, where can they?
Doublepage@gmail.com.
All right, and you don't want to contact Raph. When you hear what he says on No Apologies, you don't want to contact him. You'd be angry. It's okay. He likes
contact Raph on either phone.
He's the Solomon of the Taylor Network. He loves it.
Solomon.
He loves it. Ethan.
The suffering.
All right. The suffering. That motherfucker wanted to die. He's so evil. He was like, I'm too evil to survive.
He wanted to watch him die.
Oh man, I cheer so hard when Benji gets to wear a mask. Like, I was so happy he got to wear a mask.
Oh my goodness. Benji's always late though, right? Yeah, so you can contact us and whatnot, and look out for, I think the next one coming up will be the Meg. So that will be Donnie gushing.
Yay! I can't wait to hear that.
While the rest of us are sitting back watching him go and have his happiness.
Holy shit, that's hilarious.
The Meg, it will be great. It will be our greatest contribution to the world. So, all right, we'll be back.